So another question related to the building design itself.
Mm-hmm.
Part of the building design includes one floor that will be for commercial use.
Yes.
Can you explain the why behind the design includes something like that? Because that's another unique thing.
Yeah, and for sure, when some people hear that, they're like, what does that mean? The church is not a business or whatever. And
I'm sure you get a lot of questions on that.
Yeah. So certain things are done out of necessity, but it also matches with what I believe is the God-honoring way to do things. So as you mentioned, Susan, we're going to have a 4-story building, but the first 2 stories are parking garage. The third floor is going to be an office space that we're going to lease out, and we're working with a commercial real estate broker, JLL, to lease out the space. And then the 4th story, that's the church, okay? And that's going to be like 1.5 stories or 2 stories, and that's going to be everything on one floor. So why is it that we have this office space? The necessity of it is we're in a very expensive area, probably one of the most expensive areas in the country, and it's just not sustainable to be in this area with the price per square foot unless you have a way to generate income. So really the office is going to be there to offset the cost that is associated with that building. But even, I think about it even longer term, is the office will bring in revenue, okay, and generate income that can then be used, especially once the mortgage is paid off, that can then be used to start new ministries and start new churches, okay, and bring in more priests, and it'll be able to finance the ministry itself. So that's why what I tell people when we're talking about raising money right now for the closing of the loan and start construction, this is like a one and done kind of a thing. Like if we're able to raise the cash right now, this is not like a yearly, we need money to keep on the lights and we need money. No. With this office building, the ministry is going to be self-sustaining for years and years and years to come, especially in the area that we're in, where the value of land is so high. And we're right down the street from Amazon, right down the street from the Pentagon, right down the street from the White House. So it's a prominent area. So long term, we feel like this is the best way to be good stewards financially of what God has given to us. In addition, just kind of me personally, the thought of a building to just kind of sit there and be empty all week, especially with a parking garage, it just doesn't seem like the best way to use the resources God has given to us. So when you marry those two together, we're going to have office space on the 3rd floor, but it's not going to have any interaction with the church. Okay, that will be locked off. Okay, they don't want us going to their office space, and we don't want them coming to our church, except on Sundays, of course, we want them to come. But in essence, it'll just be like every other church has a neighbor, okay, that they may share a street or share a parking lot with, but there's really not going to be people doing business in the church or the church preaching in an office space.